Stop! What? Wow.
Hello guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be showing you the Brook Wingman XE2 converter. So if you've seen my last videos, you've seen, I've showed the other converters, one that's for PlayStation 5, one that's for Switch, and one that's for Xbox. But in today's video I'm going to be showing you this one, the XE2. And the difference about this one is for PS3, PS4 and Switch. I've shown you the other consoles already. I don't own a PS4, so I can't, show that it works on PS4, but it does say that it does, and it should. But I will show you it working on PS3. So that's what I'm going to show you in today's video, and I'll be showing all the controllers you can use. And yeah, let's get into it. So yeah guys, I have my console here, down there, and I have my, Brook Wingman XE2 converter. I have the USB-C, cable already connected to the controller as well. I'm going to show you first the Xbox Series controller. So what you need to do is go to the USB port on the console. Either one of them should work. This is a PlayStation 3 Slim, so there's two anyway. Obviously there's some on the back, I believe, so you just find the port that you want to use, right? And you'll see, you also probably heard the controller. You can hear it right now, so it it kind of vibrates and stuff. But yeah, once you have the converter in, you'll see now that the controller will work on the console. So yeah, my Xbox Series controller is controlling my PS3. So you'll see, like, I can go into a game. I'll just go into a game, for example. I'll go into this, the PlayStation All-Star Battle Royale. So you'll see, look, if I press the Xbox button, it pulls up the menu, and I can exit the game as well. So yeah, let me just exit the game. And now I want to quit. Yes. Okay, so that was the Xbox Series controller. Next, I'm going to show you the DualShock 4. Right guys, so I have the DualShock 4 connected to the Brook Wingman XE2 converter, because I have, I have the USB cable connected. And you'll see now, if I get the controller, you will see that the DualShock 4 controls the console. So you'll see the D-pad works, sticks work. You'll see if I go into a game. So if I just load up PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale, if I press the PlayStation button, you'll see it brings up the menu. And I can also quit the game using, the menu. So yeah, that's the DualShock 4, that works. Next, I'm going to show you the Xbox 360 controller. So yeah guys, now I'm going to show you my Xbox 360 controller. So before I show you, you will need something else to connect it to the, the Brook Wingman. So what I have connected is, if you can see, it is a Xbox 360 wireless receiver. It's for Windows, but you will need it to, it's for like PC, but you will need it to use Xbox 360 controller on a converter. So once you have a receiver, I will I'll have a link in the description for where you can get one. There's official ones and third-party ones. The official ones are discontinued and the third-party ones are still for sale. They all work the same, so don't worry. So yeah, I'll have a link in the description to where you can get one. And yeah, so once you have the the receiver, you get the controller, turn it on, right? On the receiver, you press the button or hold, it depends. On the controller, you press the sync button, hold it down, and you'll see now that the controller will be synced to the receiver. And now, if I move around on the console, you'll see that the Xbox 360 controller is controlling the PS3. So it's funny because, you know, the PS3, the Xbox 360, you can actually just use a 360 controller on PS3. So you'll see that if I'm going to the game and I press the, you know, Xbox button, you'll see it brings up the menu, and I can, you know, use the menu and all that type of stuff and all that. And if I exit the game, let me just quit. 1 second, guys. If I just quit the game, it's kind of hard, you know, while I'm recording to do it, but yeah, quit the game. Yeah, if I quit the game, you'll see it goes back to the, you know, the menu and stuff. So yeah, that was the Xbox 360 controller. Next, I'm going to show you the DualSense. But before I show you using the adapter, I'm going to just tell you something. So yeah, guys, next I'm going to show you the DualSense. But before I show you, if you didn't know, the DualSense works on the PS3 normally. So I never understood why. It's really weird. For some reason, DualSense can be used on a PS3 without any adapters. It's just possible. You can connect it via Bluetooth. You can connect it like via the USB-C cable. For some reason, the DualSense is just supported. I've no idea why, but that's just how it is. But I'm going to show you first what happens if you use a DualSense normally on a PS3. So if I just get the USB-C cable, right, 1 second, guys, and I put it into the, I'll get the, you know, I'll put it into the, well, I'll show you first without the adapter. So I'm going to put this up here, and I'm going to put the cable straight into the console. There we go. If I get my rest of the cable, DualSense, put the cable into the DualSense. If I turn on the controller, you will see, yeah, you will see that the DualSense is controlling the PS3. And by the way, I'm not using, it might be hard to see, but I can promise you I'm not using the Brook Wingman. You'll see it's here, right? I'm not using it on the console. I just have the console. It's just connected straight to the console. Yeah, the DualSense works on the PS3. I always thought it was weird, but it just does. So you will be able to do that without an adapter, but you'll see that there is one slight problem. So if I launch the game and go into this game, right, you'll see something that it's not a big issue, but it is kind of annoying. And it's to do with the PlayStation button, and I have no idea why. But anyway, you'll see now, since I'm in the game, if I press the, you know, the PlayStation button, 1 second, guys, you'll see now, like you can see I'm pressing it, right? See, but it doesn't bring up the menu, like the X and B menu, like, you know, it doesn't bring up the menu. Like pressing the PlayStation button doesn't do anything. So in this case, you would need a normal, you know, you would need a 6-axis to bring up the menu. So while editing the video, I forgot to mention you can connect the controller via Bluetooth to the converter. I don't know why I forgot to say that, but anyway, I'm going to show you this next. So yeah, guys, if I go into the game now, yeah, I'm using a DualSense. So if you didn't know, yeah, you can actually, I forgot to say it, but you can connect your controller, you know, via Bluetooth. So all you have to do to connect your controller via Bluetooth is to, you know, it'll be the same for like any Bluetooth controller, but on this, you will hold, you know, to connect the controller Bluetooth. On this, on the side, there's like 2 buttons. If you hold one on either side, you'll see it'll start. So if you hold the buttons on each side, you'll see it'll start flashing. Get your controller, press the you know, share button and the PlayStation button. If it's a DualSense, controller will start flashing. The light will stabilize on the converter and on the controller, and then you will see that yeah, the controller is now connected. I actually forgot to say that, but yes, you can connect a controller to the console via Bluetooth. I completely forgot to say it. I was using the cables, but if the controller has Bluetooth, you can use a Bluetooth controller. I forgot to say, but yeah, you can use a Bluetooth controller. But anyway, now you'll see that the menu comes up on the console, like the menu for, you know, the X and B. But if I use the PS5 controller just via the cable without the converter, it won't let me, you know, go into this menu here. So this is a lot better because you can, you know, access all these, you know, things, and you can actually leave the game with the controller. See, the problem with the using the controller directly to the console, which is still weird. I don't know why a DualSense works, but using this controller directly with the console, you can't go into this like X and B kind of menu while you're playing a game. You would have to turn off the console to leave the game, or use a 6-axis. So, you know, this is better in my opinion. So yeah, that's basically it. But obviously with the other controllers, you know, they're not obviously supported. So this will allow you to use, you know, Xbox and any other controllers on your console. So yeah, that's basically it. That was the PS3. So yeah, I've showed all my consoles so far. And you'll see over here I have the other adapters, and then I have the one in the console. So that's all the ones, you know, that I have so far. And I don't really think I'll be getting any more because, you know, PS3, Series X, PS5, Switch 2. I don't have any other consoles to, you know, to show you yet. But in the future, if I do, I'll make videos on more in the future if I get more consoles. But anyway, that's it. If you guys enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Stop! What? Wow, 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 wow.